Okay, you notice my new backdrop? It's a blanket that Devin gave me. And it's like an angel. No, well, she's a mermaid, I think. Let me see. She's either a mermaid. She's either a mermaid or a angel, or maybe she's both. Anyway, I put it up with tape on my old one. I don't know if you could see it too good. Anyway, it was good for it's good to have a change. So I had to end the other video because this is my old phone and it only does 30 minutes or 27 minutes. But then when I went to switch it over to Face Me, it didn't go. So I had to end that one and put this one on. So hold on a second. And then I had to change the music as well. Okay. So now I'm going to focus. Oh, sorry. I'm going to focus on some of the other questions that you had. Hopefully, you understand. Well, I think you understand the way I work. The way I work is I read the questions to myself. Of course, they're private. And then I go back and I do several different decks on the questions. But today I started with the questions to heaven. So that's at the very beginning in the first video. So the questions to heaven was the cards that I did in the beginning. Now these are questions I think that might be about your family members. But before I do that, I am shuffling to see if there is a special name that you need to be looking out for. I'm going to be looking for letters. I don't usually do names unless they jump out at me. And I'll ask the angels to give me that, but I didn't hear anything when I was meditating. But I'll ask angels, are there any special names? And dear God, my spirit guides, are there any special names that Marie should look out for in her life, in her journey through the matrix, through this life? Okay. Thank you. Please and thank you. Hold on a second. Let me shuffle. And 2025. What names or letters are really important? 2024 and 2025. Okay, so these are the letters. I also asked what letters in 2024, 2025 are important, should you look out for. Sorry, I just wanted to shake things up. Okay, anyhow, sorry about my hair. It has to be washed. So the first letter I got was G. And you could write these down and see if they come out. But I said between 2024 and 2025. G. So, meaning their name, first name, or their last name begins with a G or ends with a G. Okay, G being important, F being important, first name or last name, and O, the first name or last name, or company. I just heard company, somebody's company might be that name, and W. Okay? Now, Angels just told me to pick 2 more, but I'm going to shuffle again. So we have 2 more coming. 1 second. Burning things here. Okay, what are the letters important for? Okay, I got a D. Sorry, holding it upside down. Yeah, D. It might look backwards on the screen, but a D came in. First or last name, D. And then lastly, I got R. Okay, so first or last name with the R. Okay, hope that helps a little bit. You can write it down. W. And they just told me that you need to wear lighter colors again. I think I told you this once before, a long time ago. Like, it's okay if you like blue, because they just showed me blue. Sorry about this hair. It doesn't want to stay. It doesn't want to stay anywhere. Like, look at these colors. The color you see the most is blue, right? And then a little bit of red and orange. Okay, so anyhow, what does it mean? If you wear blue all the time or black, it shuts down your chakras. So the blue is good for your throat chakra, so expressing yourself, maybe speaking up for yourself. But then it could work the opposite where there's no light, so you need yellow, you need red, orange. Red and orange are really good for rooting yourself, standing in your power, creating something new is the orange, okay? Or even white, wearing white on white. I know spring is coming, so if it's snowing there still, I understand, you got to wear black pants, but you could wear a lighter shirt, okay? Anyhow, that's what they told me. Rose quartz crystal, if you can get it, bracelet or a necklace, earrings, something. Wear rose quartz. Like I always wear rose. Do I have it on now? I don't have it on now because I'm cleaning it with my moon water. Okay, I put it on top of the moon water, and I had 2 cups of it, and I was manifesting and meditating, and I have 1 glass over there. So I hope everybody's drinking their moon water. But when you drink it, be high vibration. Put music on. Light a candle. I have my candles lit over there too. Anyway, rose quartz is for healing your heart chakra. Pink heals your heart chakra. So does green. That's why the pink and green colors are really good to wear and to see. Look at. Heart chakra meditation you should do, because when you're grieving, your heart hurts. You cry so many tears. Anyhow, and drink more water. Definitely drink more water. I'm getting that feeling that you're not eating or drinking enough. You're taking care of other people, but you're not taking care of you. Okay? So they just told me that. They were like, yeah, Katrina, Definitely, you tell her. Okay. Um, yeah. I want you to be happy. You still have your life to live. Okay. God tells you when it's time to go home to heaven. You don't tell. You don't tell God. Okay. So if you need to talk to somebody like a therapist, definitely do that, or grieving counselor. Go to they have those meetings where everybody's lost somebody, and you go and you sit and you talk and you have coffee. That's, it's an hour out of your night or out of your day. There's plenty of those. It's called grieving meetings. Okay. So they're usually in the local church or schools have them. So look into that, and you might be able to meet a nice friend, a significant other, or just a nice friend. Okay. Anyhow, anything else you wanted to tell me? Okay. Yeah, now I'm going to shuffle on your kids and just see what I get on your kids. Okay. And for some reason, I want to say Linda. Is there a Linda around you? Or a Linda with a middle name Linda, or the first name is Linda? I feel Linda is important. Okay. Could you tell me, please, about children? Let's start with your daughter. Okay, so when I was just shuffling, thinking about your kids, and I was asking the angels and the spirit guides to let me know what I need to know to tell you about your kids. So you have a female and a male. Okay. And I just kept hearing, what about the Super Bowl party? Was there a Super Bowl party that you were supposed to go to or have in your house? I'm hearing there was an issue with the Super Bowl party, or you didn't end up going, or you didn't end up having it. Let me know. Okay. Yeah, they were going something about the Super Bowl party. Okay, so First I was concentrating on your daughter, and the Empress card came up, and the Queen of Cups. So what I'm seeing is the Empress card comes up when it says delays. One second. I'm blind. Delays will prove necessary. So there were delays, or there was something that was in her way, but that was okay. It's God's will that things were delayed. But the Empress card comes up a lot when somebody is pregnant or something. They're doing something with their kids that might be new. Sometimes a move, but I didn't feel like the move was your daughter. I felt like your move was your son. Is your son thinking about me? He's also a Scorpio. So is he thinking about making a decision about moving or taking the next step, or moving from his apartment to a house, or moving from his apartment to a different apartment? I see a lot of decisions around him. With your daughter, I feel like she already has it planned. She's a planner. I think she's a Virgo. I'm not 100% sure. But with her, I feel like it has to do with children. She might be doing something different with the children, but it's good. She might be expanding her family, or just doing more things with the family. Okay. And the trip might be her planning a trip, and you will definitely be asked to come on that trip. Please do it. Whether you bring your mom. If your mom won't go, then maybe you can get somebody else that's not going on the trip to watch her for a couple of days. It's just going to be a couple of days. Okay. Queen of Cups, woman over 25 years, blue eyes, fair or brown hair. Fair skin, soft, gentle, motherly. When I get these two cards in a row, and I was asking about your daughter, that is very feminine energy. That's divine feminine energy. Okay, and I definitely believe it has to do with the children, or another baby, or a new baby. Okay. Okay, somebody, I don't know if it's her, but somebody has to get something removed, like a spleen or a gallbladder. And once they get it removed, it's a little thing. Once they get that removed, or scraping of some kind, does somebody have endometritis? Does she have endometritis? I'm just getting that area, the sacral chakra. Once she gets it taken care of, it's going to be smooth sailing. It's going to be much better for her, whether it's straight up scraping of the uterus, or it is gallbladder or spleen. She's going to feel much better. Yeah, I feel like that's her, or it's the feminine energy. Page of Swords is a young woman to 25, spying or deception, reflecting back on over your shoulder. Okay, so somebody around your daughter might be spying on her and her family, might be like envious. Maybe a babysitter or something might be envious. Might work with her husband. They might be envious of what they have, that they have happy marriage and family and kids and, successful. So somebody needs to keep an eye on herself. They might be spying on her, but your daughter needs to be aware. Okay. I don't think anything will come of it, because I don't see any bad cards here. Yeah, so we got the Page of Pentacles, and we had the pages. This is the different cards. This is the angel cards. I use them as validation. So we had this page here. Then we have another page. Look at this. Okay, so what does that mean? Luck. Page of Pentacles is good luck coming. It could be in a younger person brings it. Could be a younger baby. It could be like another baby, or it could be one of the children. One of your grandchildren brings good luck. And pentacles are money. Pentacles are money and creativity. So they're not just all about money. They're about like using a gift or a talent that you got from God. That's why she's holding it in her hand and her wings are spread so much. And she's got the book. So basically, I'm almost taking this as, is your daughter very studious? When she was in school, she always worried about her tests and worried about her studies. She might be thinking about doing some other kind of training, something where she would get certified, or she's thinking about it. She might not do it yet. When her family is settled a little bit more, then she will have the means to do it. She just has to have her kids settled. So is one kid getting ready for pre-K? And one is already in. When the next kid goes to pre-K, then she could get a little more freedom, and she'll be able to take this, like, even if she takes an online certification thing, it's going to help her financially, and it's going to help her spiritually, because she needs this other. Yeah, they just said professional. It's professional. She'll feel good about it. It might have been something she put off. Okay? Yeah, and now, like I said, with your son, cups are coming up. So cups have to do with the water signs, which are Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer, but also has to do with love. It has to do with emotions, filling up your cup of love, cup of emotions, and feeling like, you have enough. So with the Eight of Cups, though, Eight of Cups are departure. So remember what I said about, 1 second. Oh, that's no longer there. Okay. What I said about him having to make a decision, a lot of decisions. All the Scorpios have to make a lot of decisions in relationships, in jobs, in getting another gig, getting another maybe part-time job, starting something new, and also relationships. I don't know how to cut it, but relationships that need to be done, relationships that need to have boundaries put up, and relationships that need to be started and begun. Okay? So it's hard. I understand that pain. I understand that because I am a Virgo and I'm loyal, and I know Scorpios are too, but we don't like change. Okay. We don't like change, do we? But change is an adventure, and change is mandatory in order to get where we need to go. Okay? We have to change lanes if we're going to get to our exit, right? We might be scared to go over to the right because we're right in the middle, or we're right over to the left. But we have to get over to the right if we're going to get off to the direction that we need to get to. One second, I just have to get something else that will help me with this card. I just heard of Richie, too. I heard the name Richie, but it was like around your son. So is that his friend, Richie, or Ricky? 1 second. Okay. So with the card, Eight of Cups, a lot of times, so this is for your son, but he's the same sign as you. So this could go for you as well. Okay. Marie. Eight of Cups, it represents withdrawal, retreat, moving on, and abandonment or abandonment. Okay, so how do I explain this? So, like, sometimes before we have to make a big decision, we don't want to make the decision. I don't want to, right? We turn into a little kid. We don't want to. He doesn't want to. You don't want to, right? All the Virgos out there doesn't want to, but we know we have to make a change. We have to make the decision. That is sometimes very hard. And especially when it comes to moving, especially when it comes to changing relationships or taking the next step in a relationship. I see him married. I don't know if it's this year or in a couple of years, but I see him. He will get married at some point. He will have babies. More babies are coming. But I don't know if it's yet, because I think he wants to do something career-wise and he might want to change again. I feel like in the past couple of years, he's had 3 different fields. Like one field he was learning in college, then maybe he dropped the college and he was just doing jobs. But there's another thing that he wants to do before he feels like he can settle down. And I do see boots. So I know that I think he is very good with construction, because the boots I'm seeing are those beige boots, those construction boots that a lot of guys wear. Usually when they're in construction or they're in like building. Yeah, he's going to come across, hey, I never knew what I was good at. I knew what I could do, but I didn't know he needs to go after his dreams too. And when you go after your dreams, you have to reach for the stars. I know it sounds cliche, but he always felt a little bit like he was doing what pleases everybody else. And you do too. You do the same thing. You have to do what pleases you. Okay? I have a Scorpio daughter. She does what pleases herself. Okay? You feel me? The only one time she went to college because she said me and her father made her go to college. Okay? And I was like, but didn't you think it was, years ago you went to college because if you didn't go to college, it was like you didn't get a great job. So if you went to, of course you had to go to high school. Everybody has to go to high school. That's a prerequisite, okay? I don't care if you get your GED, but you got to go to high school at least, and then go to a little college or go to 4 years of college, and then you'll get a better job. But nowadays... So she just did that, and she didn't even go to graduation because she knew I wanted to see her graduate. So she's a Scorpio that does what she wants, okay? But I don't feel like you're that type of Scorpio or your son. Both of you, what you have in common is that what I'm picking up energetically is that you do what you feel is best for everybody else. And you put yourself last on that list. So you have to... God wants you to, and so do the angels and your family in heaven, want you to put yourself first because they want you to use what you like to do, you and your son, okay? And maybe you could talk to your son about that. What is it that would make you happy? What would be your dream job? And ask him some questions about his relationship. If he's not happy, then he shouldn't waste any more time with it. Okay, and that's a hard thing to do because, it's expensive to live on your own and whatnot. And you're always trying to say, oh, let's just give it more time. But I don't feel like he's unhappy with it. I just, I see a ring being bought. I see maybe there's some length of time. Maybe she's in school or maybe she's not sure. But when you know, like when it's the right person, both of you are on the same wavelength and nobody wants to wait. Okay? Okay. And then it's so weird because when I was talking about your daughter and the Empress came up, which is very feminine energy, divine feminine energy at the highest. And then for your son, I got the Emperor. Okay, and now the Emperor says Angel of Wisdom. So it's almost like he's trying to, I don't know how old he is, but I'll tell you, they used to say boys aren't men. They don't even think like a man until they're over 25, 25 and older, right? They don't stop growing until 21, right? So they will, if they're tall by 18, they could still grow more inches. Look at Barron Trump. I think he's only 14 and he's nearly 7 feet. Okay, so scary. Anyhow, but their brain and their mind doesn't really mature until 25. And I would even say 30 or 35, whereas girls are already mature, usually. Okay. Let me just check something. Yeah. So the Empress is fertility, creation, pregnancy, abundance, and good parenting. So that was for your daughter. And then the Empress, I'm looking for him. Why am I not seeing? Okay, he's respect and leadership and strategic planning and a father figure. Okay. So your son is going through even more than you, because your son lost his father as a little boy, but then he was lucky enough to have his grandfather to be very strong in his life. And then and he's a man, I believe he's 20 at least, right? But now his grandfather has passed, so he's going through like a double whammy, like having to become a man and thinking like, I'm not a little kid anymore. I have to be the man of the family. Okay? So I think you guys need to sit down and talk. Have a couple of talks together. Okay, but I don't feel bad about any of it. I don't feel bad about his future. I'm just going to shuffle one more time for the kids in general. Okay? I'm going to use my regular tarot.